طيب, thank you for coming back. Although we're done with session or section 3 in our class today. But again, let's read this and I will let you do your own brainstorming and then you can discuss it individually, far away from me, after we're done with reading this essay, okay? So if you go back...
I have a question, please.
Yes.
Once he start a new paragraph, why he don't left like...
why he didn't leave indents? Very good. Indents count as well. But again, because here, if you notice, he has left a blank line between the paragraphs. Then it makes it easy. Yes, this is one of the points that made him lose some points. So you better...
So we have to leave this space, or it's
Definitely.
okay, this is the model?
لا يا مازن, you have to leave a 3-finger space indent in your topic, in your...
That will help.
Paragraph.
Miss Handy, even in task 2 we have to do this, because I understand that we have to do this for the
لا يا حازم, both. In both.
Okay.
Task 1 and task 2. Because, this is the outcome of academic writing, no matter what the genre is. All right?
And no matter which paragraph is the introduction or the conclusion, any paragraph in task 1 or task 2.
Yes, dear, any paragraph. So here, presently, you guys tell me, is it a general statement or a paraphrase, okay? Presently, the problem of living space has risen into prominence in many places of the country. There is absolutely no way to build new houses in some cities, and a lot of people suggest to carry out construction in the countryside. However, it is the controversial topic, including heavy debates. Tell me now, is it a general statement or a paraphrasing to what has been written?
Paraphrasing.
Paraphrasing, did he paraphrase now?
I think it's a general statement.
It is a general statement. It's, by the way, we can say that it's a mix. He mixed both things together.
Yes, he mixed it.
Same idea, yes, the same idea, but he added some other nice words to it. Like, for example, prominence.
Controversial.
Very good. It's very controversial topic.
Yes, debates.
By the way, the word controversial topic could be used, or this phrase could be used whenever you have a debate. Whenever you have 2 points of views and you have to show your own opinion. So you call this issue as a controversial topic. Controversial, debatable.
I can say also unconsensus.
What is it? You can say what?
Unconsensus. Unconsensus.
What's unconsensus? I can't get you.
Consensus means consensus?
Yes, I know, but what do you mean by the unconsensus?
يعني ما فيش اجتماع عليها.
Okay.
I agree.
يعني it's better if you use these very common words like controversial topic or controversial issue, all right?
Okay.
The word heavy debate is a very strong word too, yeah? Or a strong debate. Or also you can use the word hot potato. Do you know what's a hot potato? The hot potato is the most controversial issues that is going nowadays. It's what every people are discussing nowadays. Become the hot potato. So the hot potato يعني أكثر القضايا من القضايا الساخنة. Yes? Okay. So So أنا بس اللي حابة أقوله, is the thesis clear? His thesis is clear. Is it clear in this introduction?
Yes, it's very clear. No, the thesis is not clear.
Where is the opinion? Someone tells me. Where is the opinion? Where is the general statement? And where is the complete thesis? حد يقول لي. Where is the general statement?
The opinion at the conclusion.
استناني بس ثانية واحدة. أرجع تاني وأقول. Look at the introduction. Where is the general statement?
The problem of living space has لغاية قبل however.
تمام. لغاية the word country. The first sentence. And then where's the opinion?
بعد كده بعد however ده هو المفروض السيسيس بس هو
Yes, yes. And the opinion was clearly stated in the
شرحش
second
الموضوع
sentence. لما قال there's absolutely no way to build new houses in some cities, and a lot of people suggest to carry out construction in the countryside. Again, this was part of the paraphrasing to the topic. Did he state his own opinion?
No.
Yes, his own opinion to carry out constructions. He didn't mention constructions.
No, he remained referred to this point.
That this is a lot of people thinking about, or this is
Yes.
a lot of people opinion, not his own opinion.
This is not his opinion. This is what was stated in the writing prompt, the given writing prompt, the writing question that was given above. He didn't state his opinion. Did you know why did he get a 7? One of the most important reasons to get a 7 is not to include your opinion in the introduction. Once they ask you to include it, your opinion is an obligation whenever you're asked to state your opinion.
But he already expressed his opinion at the conclusion. At the
conclusion, well, that's fine. But you have to include it in the introduction as well.
So once the task asks me to express my opinion, I have to include it at the introduction.
In both introduction and conclusion. Another thing in the conclusion, because some people underestimate the value of the conclusion. The conclusion is not a trivial or a simple thing to underestimate. Please make sure that you do not include any new ideas in your conclusion. Whatever ideas that you have included in your essay must be summarized in your conclusion. And make sure you don't add any more new ideas in your conclusion paragraph. Okay? طيب. نكمل بيقول opponents with urbanization. Urbanization. Do you guys know what's urbanization? Urban cities. Yes, very good. Urbanization يعني the process of changing the rural places into urban places. So again, opponents, you know. What is it?
ما فهمتش الكلمة إيه؟
Urbanization. Urban, when I say urban cities, يعني المناطق الحضرية, like Cairo, Alexandria. Okay, these are urban cities. The urbanization is the process where you change the rural cities into urban cities. Okay?
Okay.
And by the way, the word that ends with the word Asian is the process of. Okay? Yes, Mazen?
Urbans and suburbans are antonym?
Again?
Urbans and suburbans.
لا. Urban, its opposite or antonym is rural. R-U-R-A-L. Especially when it comes to cities. Urban and rural. Okay?
He mentioned it here in his typing.
Yes. طيب نكمل. Do you know what are opponents? Opponents.
العداء. المنافسين. المنافسين. الأعداء
opponents, people who oppose something. People who oppose or object on doing it. Yes. So again, it says opponents, يعني people who object. Opponents of urbanization of former. Former means what? Former means previous. The ones before.
Yes.
Previous or the ones before. So opponents of urbanization of former rural areas state that it would cause a dramatic effect on the natural ecosystem of such places. This is the main idea. Number one, that it would cause a dramatic effect of the natural ecosystem of such places. هتأثر. Do you know what's an ecosystem?
نظام البيئي.
النظام
Yes.
تمام. The most drastic consequences are caused by the infrastructure that necessarily follows any human settlement, that is roads, power lines, means of water supply and such. The construction of those engineering projects leads to destruction of natural biomes of bonds. All right, rivers and forests, such as animals to migrate or to go extinct. This or the argument of environmentalists do make sense, but they're also valuable. Okay, المفروض supposed to be there are also valuable ideas supporting the countryside occupation. اللي نفهمه من
الراجل ده اخد 7 حرام.
الراجل ده خد 7 believe me or not. بس
حرام والله.
خليني اقول لك على حاجه يا حازم. From my own point of view, I believe that he deserves a better score than 7.
By far.
And for ما أنا هقول لك بس for some business issue, they underestimate his score band. But to be very honest, this man deserves 7.5 is the least thing he can get. 7.5.
How we can avoid these business issues and oblige the examiner or the evaluator to
oblige. You mean to say oblige, صح؟ لا I mean إنه oblige. I mean إنه in the books they underestimate the score because they don't want the test takers to be greedy and to look for more score bands. Yeah, they want them
it
to
may happen with us.
whatever they get. Yeah. So this is some kind of a policy. This is some kind of a policy.
الراجل ما عندوش غلطة.
Yes. طب تعالوا نشوف يبقى this is the first part وناخد بالنا إنه في حاجة مهمة جدا إنه does it include any examples؟ أصل it's not only about the vocabulary. هو في vocabulary ممكن ياخد 8.5 بس كمان the core of the ideas and and the outline of each paragraph. خلينا أسأل سؤال. Did he mention any examples in this paragraph?
No.
No examples. Therefore, he must take less numbers, all right? Or the score must get less. So let's move to the second one. Here, first of all, not even the most extreme supporters. Okay, let me ask you another question. How many introductory phrases and conjunctive adverbs did he use in the beginning of every paragraph?
Just, I think, one, first of all.
In conclusion, and first of all. The second paragraph, nothing. The first paragraph presently is a good one.
And the first one?
طيب خليني أسأل another question معلش. How many paragraphs and ideas did he develop?
I think 2 paragraphs, only 2 paragraphs.
2 paragraphs with 2 ideas that he only developed without giving examples. Then band score 7 is what he really deserves. Yani do not be fooled by the great vocabulary he's using. Again, about the core of the writing, the ideas, the arrangement, and following the outline, the proper outline of how to write a very good essay, opinion essay. Okay? طيب ننقل على الثانية وغريبة جدا انه يبدأ طبعا ب first of all بعد ما يبدأ ال second paragraph or on the he should have said for example.
أيوة أنا كنت لسه مش مكانها صح؟
مش مكانها خالص لا مش مكانها. Okay, so first of all, not even the most extreme supporters of spreading urbanization maintain that all of the countryside should be filled with homes all over the place. In fact, there are good examples of even large cities living perhaps not in harmony with surrounding nature, but at least in some form of cooperation, having a considerable amount of parks inside inhabited area help both people to feel themselves better and plants and animals to have some sort of home. If I may to present an example, and here he remembered to mention the example, the city of what's that? Zaporil, whatever. It's the city, a certain city, I don't know where this man is from, where I live, has a large island between the parts of city which is covered with trees and largely unoccupied, being a nice counterpart to heavily populated nearby districts. Again, the idea is not very clear. If I was to evaluate this man, this idea is not very clear. He wants to say that that's good to live in nature or to live between the natural landscapes and natural views and among the greenery everywhere, because it's very relaxing and it's very, relieving. But again, trying to focus on the idea itself, you feel like he's not very much focused. He just writes for the sake of writing. The idea itself is not very clear. Yeah? Did you get the same feeling when you read it?
I agree with you.
Yes. Mazen and Wahba, did you get the same feeling of mine when you read it?
Yes.
Okay, so in conclusion, I would like to stress that while opponents of the countryside settlements have many valid points, the situation is not as drastic as they portray it. حلوة قوي قوي الconclusion ده. And the coexistence of human being population with nature is quite possible. Okay? هنا, he stated his opinion. Unfortunately, this opinion was not stated in the first paragraph. So يبدو لينا من الشكل العام إنه شكله حلو والفوكابولري طبعا اللي خلاه ياخد very high score band, vocabulary word that is used, okay, the lexical resource, and the grammar and punctuation. الحقيقة دول كانوا رائعين. طبعا very legible handwriting, and the words are very strong. No like significant grammar mistakes, which took his score high. But when it comes to the core, which is cohesion and coherence, this is what took his level a little bit lower. Okay.
هو لو عميق شوية كان جاب 8.
والله صح. If the ideas were focused, يعني لو كان نايم كويس أو لو كان عمل brainstorming مظبوط، كان أغلب الظن كان هيجيب ببساطة 8. Yes.
من الوقت ضيق بقى.
الوقت كان ضيق جدا.
الراجل ده لو معاه وقت واسع يعني هياخد 9.
صح. I agree with you. طيب واضح إنه على فكرة يعني أنا متأكدة 100% that if I had a look at his brainstorming diagram, I wouldn't find it very, very valid and very organized. Yet it seems to be, the ideas seem to be very organized, but developing the ideas are not very well generated. The main ideas are very weak. Also, the way he generated his ideas was not very clear, was a bit vague, So I'm expecting you to write a better opinion essay, right?
Okay, but at the test time, once you are writing and you are looking at the watch, it's counting down the time, so your brainstorming can be spoiled.
انت عارف يا مازن, let me tell you something very honestly. My last IELTS test was around 7 months ago, because I keep on taking the test, by the way. I keep on taking the test every while and then, in order to know what are the updates and the styles of questions that are, updated and so on. So it was in June? Yes, it was in June. All right? To be very honest, it is such a great feeling when you get the impression, or when you get this feeling that you still have much time. It's such a relieving and a reassuring feeling when you get this, when you look at the watch and you feel like, oh my goodness, I'm right on time. I'm done with the first task 1 in only 20 minutes or in only 18 minutes.
I can, but my handwriting will be not too much real.
Yeah.
What is your brand score, Miss Hind?
My last score was 8. The one before, believe me or not, the one before was 7.5, which was 2 years ago. Okay. And the first one I had, which was almost 6 years ago, was 7.5 So,
Okay, and the last one, 8.
That leads us to a serious question.
which is,
Have you ever think about immigration, or you don't like this idea?
honestly speaking, my circumstances are not helping me a lot, my family circumstances, because I'm very much attached to my mother, and I find it really difficult to migrate to very far away places. I can barely hold being far away from her here in Saudi Arabia. So I can't take the idea of traveling or to migrate to some place where I have to spend a lot of time there before I get the allowance to travel away or to return back to my home country. That's why.
That's right.
Yes. And by the way, I'm planning for something else. I don't know whether, يعني, I'm planning to traveling to Turkey. This is my future plan, but who knows? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only knows, because, it's just planning, and He's the best planner ever. So may Allah help us all, inshallah.
I advise you to reconsider this subject, as it will be vital for your new generation or your children's. As the educational system in Canada or in any immigrational country is more efficient than the Turkish educational system.
The educational system is amazing in Turkey. Amazing. I know it from many of my colleagues. Many of my colleagues have left the country here to Turkey, and they are praising the educational system highly.
I think it cannot be compared to UK or
okay. I consider this option to be one of the most impossible possibilities to my kids, since it's too expensive. I cannot afford the education there. Plus, yes, I would wish for that to happen one day. But again, I cannot, because I feel like it's a very far away dream. Therefore, the only reachable one now, that's why it is the targeted one, is traveling or migrating to Turkey. It's not a very far away country. And
what is the benefit of Turkey?
It's an Islamic country still. Also, getting the iqama there is quite easy, because once you get any kind of whatever apartment or villa or whatever prominent you can have there, will make it easier for you to get the iqama. Therefore, I think that this is my most potential choice right now, currently. I don't know what's in the future, but let's consider this.
You may immigrate as an entrepreneur.
Seriously? You know what? Today I just received the first email of entrepreneurs plans, and when I had a look at the capitals they require, I got shocked. 150, for example, to immigrate to Canada as an entrepreneur, you need like at least 150,000 Canadian dollars. And
no, 600.
Okay, it differs from one province to another.
Yes.
Yes, okay. It differs from one. Yes, Toronto, for example, 600. Edmonton, 600. But
I'm talking about Turkey because you are willing to get the permanent resident there. So I think that the sum of money in Turkey is a little bit.
Yeah,
it's little.
It's less than the European countries, right? Yes. Okay, let's see. Let's hope for the best, inshallah. And again, Allah is the best planner. We just plan for the best, and we don't know what's hiding. What
one last question regarding the express entry for Canada, for example. What is the band score that is required for Ielts in order to have good points?
I believe it's 7777, 4 sevens.
No, CLB9 equal 8 listening, 7 reading, writing.
Again, يا مازن, please.
CLB9 will get you the best score in CRS, or the Comprehensive Ranking System. So you have to get 8 in listening, 7 reading, 7 writing, 7 speaking.
Okay, so 8 listening.
Yes, 8 listening. At least 38 38 من 40 يعني.
38 out of 40, yes. Okay, yes, Mazen is more correct than me. So 7 in all except for the listening part, which is 8. Correct. مازن مذاكر شكله هيهاجر قبلنا كلنا. ماشي يا مازن.
لا انا سمعت ان هما تريبل 7 و 18 بس مش عارف ال 18 which one.
Listen. Okay. So, يعني that's not very far away. You guys can get it. I promise you can get it if you work quite hard. رضا نام مننا مش عارفة في ايه. رضا. Hello.
انت بتبقى اكتف قوي اول السيشن
ايوه بعدين بيريح. Okay.
Battery low.
Okay, so I better leave you now. If you're planning to practice, it's been 3 hours. So come on, guys, please give me some rest.
Do you want to give us any assignment for the writing?
Sure, definitely. We're done. Did you write down the vocabulary assignment?
Yes, it's from lesson 4 from page 19 to page 21 and lesson 5 from page 22 to 25.
Bravo, yeah, Haizem. I like your being very, organized and precise. When it comes to the writing, now this task is your writing, which is test 7 writing task.
I think this is test 6, not 7.
This is test 7. 7. Test 7.
7, task 2.
Task 2, yes.
Okay.
Oh, no. Wait. It's 6, yes. 6.
Yes.
Okay. Rida, you okay?
Yes, okay. Test 6. Task 2. Yes.
الهدوء النسبي اللي انت فيه ده هدوء يخض يا رضا بجد بصراحة.
النت ضعيف عمال يتعب بيا كده النهارده.
النت ضعيف. اوكي ماشي اوكي. يلا have a very good night everyone. See you إن شاء الله on Friday. All right? Have a nice night. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Any questions before I leave? Any questions?
Thank you
No?
very much.
Okay. يلا سلام عليكم.
Thank you a lot.